Happy Camper Radio.
Hello, everybody. It's Happy Camper Radio. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper, and no question about it, my friends. Hang around with us long enough, we will make a happy camper out of you. It's episode 236, and this week we are coming to you from inside my brand new Grand Design 200 MK RV. Daniel, welcome aboard.
Woohoo! I love it.
Yeah,
so nice and clean. Has that fresh smell, that new trailer smell. I love it.
Yeah, not your typical studio seat. I think you're enjoying that too.
Oh yeah, I love this couch. It's so comfortable.
Anyway, Daniel, this week we're going to talk about my camping trip that I just came back from.
I can't wait.
And
I
I've
got
got
questions.
another one in the book too. Yeah,
I know.
We'll be talking about it on this edition of Happy Camper Radio. Stick around for it.
Happy Camper Radio.
And the Happy Camper Radio Show can be heard all around the world by great listeners just like yourself. You can find us in the iTunes Store, Podbean, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Odyssey, Samsung, and Player FM. You can find us on the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.happycamperradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and if you want to see what's inside this RV, subscribe to our YouTube channel because, yes, we're doing videos now, Daniel.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, okay. But this is going to be a great episode. And before we get going any further, Daniel, we've got a couple shout-outs. First of all, let's say hello to Jeff Johnson and also to Cindy DeLagrange. They like us on Facebook. Thank you both so very much. Glad to have you on board. And more importantly, thank you for being a part of this great Happy Camper Radio family. Want to be on the show with Daniel and I? Get in touch with me, Skip, S-K-I-P, at happycamperradio.com, and we'll make that happen. Daniel?
Yes, sir.
I had the pleasure of meeting Cindy and her husband.
I heard.
Yes, this past week when I camped up on Old Federal Campground.
They had your twin trailer, didn't they?
Oh, my heavens, Daniel, what a coincidence. I pulled in there, all right, and I just started setting up, and no sooner did I look to my right, and there is the exact same trailer as
crazy.
I have. The RV. Let's call it an RV, okay?
Right.
Yeah, it's a little more respectful, I think. But I had an opportunity to meet Cindy and her husband, a beautiful couple.
Yeah.
I hope to have an opportunity to camp with them again sometime. It was just a short visit. But here's the neat thing, Daniel. This was their brand new RV, too.
Wow.
And it was their first camping trip in their RV, the same as me.
Oh, what are the odds?
Oh, my heavens. Well, I'll tell you what, Cindy, hey, thank you so very much for having the opportunity to talk with me that day. And looking forward to, getting together again sometime. Hopefully that will happen. And Daniel, I've got another camping trip planned.
Oh, my goodness. You're a madman.
I'm not wasting any time.
I see that.
Okay. Lake Lanier is a beautiful lake, Daniel.
It was blue.
Oh,
I couldn't believe
heavens.
how blue it was in those pictures you sent me.
That was because the weather was nice at that particular moment. Okay, don't think that I escaped the rain because I went camping. No. All right, no. When I got up there, I was there for 3 days.
Yeah.
4 days and 3 nights, let's call it.
Okay.
And it rained most of the time.
I know. It rained here, too.
And it rained, and it rained. But, I wasn't bothered that much by it this time.
That's good.
Okay?
Good. I was wondering about that.
There's one big difference besides camping inside of an RV.
Uh-huh.
This time, none of my equipment got destroyed.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, we did spend a lot of time inside the RV, but we had an opportunity to go out and take a walk.
Yep.
And the Old Federal Campground, Daniel, on Lake Lanier is absolutely beautiful.
It looked beautiful.
I had an opportunity of meeting a lot of nice folks up there. And, Sadie had a great time. Being a Labrador Retriever, I'm surprised she really didn't get excited about the geese. And there were plenty of geese who were coming to pay us a visit. But she didn't seem to be bothered by them at all.
Yeah, she's an old girl.
Yeah, she's here in the RV with us right now.
Chilling out.
She's relaxing and behaving herself. But the next camping trip, Daniel, I decided I'm going to go back to Lake Lanier.
Oh wow!
Now, folks, if you ever happen to make it to Georgia and you want to go camping by the lake, this is an ideal lake for you. Okay, it is a monstrous lake with numerous campgrounds around it. Now, I'm not going to be going back to the same campground. I'm going to go to another campground on the northern part of the lake called Duckett Mill. And remember last week when we talked on the show, Daniel, I spoke about the importance of getting a picture and seeing where you're going to be camping.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the Duckett Mill Campground is not one of those campgrounds that has pictures on their website. But as I mentioned, you can always go to YouTube, because chances are somebody has been to that campground before and has shot YouTube video. And I was able to find one where these campers actually took a tour of the entire campground.
Oh, cool.
And they showed what every individual campsite looked like.
Wow.
And I found one that was available, and it was available for 3 nights and 4 days, like I want to go camping.
Yeah.
And it was by the lake, and it was partially shaded.
Awesome.
So I went ahead on recreation.gov, and I booked the site, and I'm ready to go.
How much? How much was it?
For 3 nights?
Yeah.
$76, I believe it was.
How much a night?
I think it's 26.
That's an amazing deal.
Yeah.
Like I'm more of a state park guy, and state parks are like 40, 50, and I think I need to come on board with this recreation.gov, because that's when I was a kid. That's why we went camping, is because it was cheap, and we'd stay kind of far away from the attractions, but we stayed for cheap in a pop-up. But nowadays, the main campgrounds, they can get as expensive as a hotel, but this recreation.gov stuff, that's the way to go.
Well, I've been to 2 places with you already on state park campgrounds.
Yep.
I think we went up to
Fort
Yargo, and then
FDR.
the nightmare trip about a
For
month
you,
ago.
it was awesome for us.
Yeah, with the exception of the heat, but yeah, down
Yep.
at FDR State Park. And in comparison to recreation.gov sites and the state park sites, I want to say as far as cleanliness, they're about the same.
Okay.
Yeah. The roads are paved. The hospitality is fantastic.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to talk to the nice folks at the entrance gate, and we chatted for a moment, both on the way in and on the way out.
Yeah.
And yes, they're going to be listeners to Happy Camper Radio.
All right.
Also. So it's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to stay in touch with folks. And I am really, really looking forward to getting back out again. One of the things, Daniel, I want to point out that's very important. Now, I knew nothing about RVing when I bought this RV, okay? I was going into it blind, but, like I pointed out, this was the RV that I saw. I knew it was the one I wanted before I even bought it. But I must have spent, like I say, close to about $800 on accessories.
Wow.
After I purchased the RV.
Yep.
Okay, and that's not uncommon.
No.
One of the most important things, of course, we talked about was the surge protector. Mm-hmm. But I also got this Camco Rhino. It's like a portable device that you actually can empty your black water and your gray water tank into. And haul it off to the campground, or haul it off to the dump station. But when I purchased it, I saw there were several different sizes, and of course I had to get the 36-gallon one.
We used to have one with our old pop-up when we would wash dishes inside, and it was pretty convenient, but we don't do that anymore.
I try to know a lot about camping, but Daniel, I didn't even realize that existed.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it at the RV dealership.
Yep.
But I went ahead and bought it on Amazon and got a pretty good price on it. But one of the things that I learned with this is, even though I'm 6'4", I'm 66 years old, I think I still got a few muscles here.
There you go.
All right. But I went ahead and loaded that thing up.
Yeah.
Okay, for the first dump, and I'll tell you what, it was a backbreaker. Just getting it from the back of the RV to the ball hitch on my truck. I had to stop several times, but it was a lesson learned.
Yeah.
I know now that if the gray water and the black water tanks are getting about half full, it's time to go ahead and dump them at that point.
Oh yeah.
I actually made 2 trips to the dump station while I was there in a 3-day period, and the second trip was a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little extra work, but it's part of camping.
Yeah.
It's something that you're.
Do you have the setup if they have sewage? Do you have all that stuff yet?
Mean a full hookup?
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to have a full hookup and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You'll find most of them at your private campgrounds,
Yeah.
but you're going to find partial hookups when you go to places like recreation.gov, and even the state campgrounds.
Yeah.
So, you're just going to have one of those devices that to hook up to the back of your truck and haul it on off. But it is a whole lot more convenient than having to unhook everything, hook up to your truck. And that would be a real pain. So
yes, it would.
So it was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, definitely.
But the lake was beautiful.
It looked beautiful.
There were some folks that had pontoon boats that were parked very close to me, and I think they were local residents because they had an RV and they had the boat, which they parked right to the edge of the shore, and a couple times when it was nice, they were able to go out. And I tell you what, I was saying to myself, wouldn't it be nice to have a pontoon boat?
Yeah,
on
you were
Lake
talking
Lanier?
about that before the RV.
Well, the problem here, Daniel, now that I got an RV, I can't tow a boat behind it.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
But, the neat thing is you can rent boats.
Oh, yeah, they
Lake
got
Lanier.
a lot of rental. They got boats galore over there.
And for what it cost for a whole day, it could be maybe $300 or $400. Why would you want to buy one?
Yeah.
Okay?
You have to worry about all the maintenance and stuff.
For what you're going to pay on a monthly payment, you can take that boat out for the day and enjoy it.
Yep.
And I think that maybe when we get an opportunity to camp, you, me, and Deidre.
Oh, I'm down for that.
I'll probably go out and rent a boat. I'm
down for that.
Okay. And that's you can do things like that. But it's just sitting here talking about camping and what it's like to be out there in the wilderness, and even when you're around some folks, it's just a real warming opportunity, and it's really what prompted me when I got back to go ahead and book my second vacation.
You're on a roll. You're crazy.
Well, it's only 2 trips, Daniel.
Yeah, you're when you get in now.
Well, here's the thing. Now that I bought this RV, about a month and a half from now, a lot of the campgrounds on recreation.gov will be closing for the season.
Oh, okay.
This will be an ideal opportunity to start looking into some of the state parks like we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Because many of those, Daniel, are operating year-round.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one right here, probably about 50 miles from us.
Yeah.
Toward the south. I think it's called Indian Creek.
Yep.
And I saw some of the pictures down there.
They've got two. They've got two. I think it's. They've got two state parks near there. I forgot what the other one was, but yeah, it's. I think it's off of 16. There's about 4 or 5 state parks off of 16, and I think I went there a long time ago when I was a kid, but I'd like to go back. And me and my wife are collecting pins from all the state parks and pretty much everywhere we go, and I want to try to hit all the state parks again around Georgia. So that's a thing I want to do.
Well, one thing I did learn when I pulled out of the driveway here, I saw that with the RV hooked up to the back of the truck, it is a gas guzzler.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I filled my tank up before I left, and wow, when I got back from my trip, I haven't calculated what it cost. But it's gonna that's gonna be the expensive part of the trip, but it's nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
Okay. When you don't think about those things when you're booking a camping trip. You just make sure that you got everything you need and you get to your destination and relax.
Yes.
Okay.
It's worth it.
No, the rain that we did have up there.
Oh my
Daniel,
goodness! I was I texted him while he was up there. We were texting back and forth because he was so excited and everything. And I texted him one day. I said, "You got to come back home. You got to stop this rain. This is getting ridiculous."
If I would have come home, it would have been a hailstorm. No, but it wasn't a nasty rain.
No, it was just a lot of rain.
It was annoying, but at the same time, I was inside the RV.
I'm telling you, when you're inside a camper and it's raining and you don't have nothing to do, it's the most relaxing thing in the world. It'll put me right to sleep. It's great for watching movies, playing board games, sleeping, doing all kinds of inside stuff. But it's relaxing if you've got the right environment like this amazing hookup you got. I love it. I love the rain. As long as it's not crazy.
Well, the rain, I've got to say, that came down was a light rain.
Yeah.
And for the most part, the air conditioner muffled a lot of that out.
Okay.
I had to be concerned about Sadie because, my old girl here, she does not like thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
There were some thunder incidents up there.
Oh, yeah.
But as long as she's in here and she's comfortable,
yeah.
she really likes this.
Yeah.
I had to bring the stairs out. I have some collapsible stairs to help her get in the truck because it is high profile.
Yeah.
And the bed is high profile, so I had to bring those stairs in here so she can climb up into bed. Yeah. And she lays right there with me at night. And, we were able to watch some television.
Yeah.
And, but we ate pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't get to cook out on the grill as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
The charcoal grill came along, but I didn't even use it, didn't have an opportunity to use it.
Yeah.
And just when I thought that I had my menu nailed down, Daniel, again, I brought too much food home.
Oh, boy.
Way too much food. I don't know, maybe I'm afraid of going hungry is what it is, but, I thought for sure that, I would buy just enough, and again, I bought too many.
Maybe, since you bought too much this time, look at what you did last time and cut it by maybe a third, and then keep cutting until you've got it just perfect. Don't cut down on that weight, the gas.
I just might do that, but that morning that I set out to go to Old Federal Campground, it was probably the most exciting moment when I got up and I knew I would be leaving that day.
It's funny, me and Deidre, we were at this coffee shop and we were just pulling out, and we saw you turning down the road up the street here called Lake Lucerne, and I texted you, oh my God, I was so excited for you, even though we weren't camping or anything, but I don't know, just you being that excited make me excited. I'm just so happy for you that you finally got into the RV game. Welcome to real camping.
Well, that's what it is now, but after the FDR State Park incident, Daniel, I just had to do it.
And you sent me some pictures of some struggling people when you were up there with the tent.
Oh my heaven! Yes, I had some folks right across the way from me, and they had two large tents, and there were 3 vehicles parked there. So it was maybe a family or some friends getting together to go camping, but that was on day one, and the winds picked up. Now, keep in mind, because this is Lake Lanier and because it is a very large lake, you don't have a lot of trees blocking, the wind.
Yeah.
And these folks right here were getting nailed.
I could tell.
I could only, just look over there at them and say, oh, my heart goes out to you. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I know what you're going through. But, I don't have to worry about that no more.
No, you don't.
But the exciting part was, Daniel, when I left out of here, everything is already self-contained here in the RV, except for a small bag of clothes.
Yep.
There's no more backing the trailer up to the shed and loading, 8 or 10 totes up.
Countless number of
totes.
totes.
This and that, because I realized that, by the time I was ready to hit the road, I was tired.
Really?
I was tired from all that loading, and and then I knew when I got to camp, I would have to take everything off the trailer and have to set up everything. Now it was a piece of cake. It was just an absolutely wonderful thing. And I thought for a moment here, while I was away, what would it have been like if I had been at FDR State Park and had this Grand Design?
Oh,
RV.
you would have loved it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been.
I think they got full hookups there too, so you wouldn't even have to worry about carting your thing.
Well, hey, that's if they have it, great. If they don't, then I don't mind because it's connected right onto the ladder on the back of the RV.
It is.
So, it's a great opportunity for both of us to get out and do some camping, and I hope that with me buying this RV has now inspired you and Deidre to take in some more camping trips.
I'd love to if I get some time off.
When you have some available time.
Oh,
I know
man, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, that is the hardest part. But, you're off today, and it's always great to have you come on over here to do a show, whether we're in the studio or in the RV. And I don't think this is going to be the last time, Daniel.
Oh, no.
That we will be sitting right where we're at right now. Because it's comfortable, and I never envisioned when I bought the RV that we'd be doing shows out here.
Yeah.
So, folks, we're glad to have you on board. I know it's a little bit different from the studio environment, but, Sadie's here. She's relaxed. Daniel is obviously relaxed. He loves this seating.
I love it. It's
okay.
gorgeous.
And, maybe next time we get together in here, we'll sit there and watch a movie.
Yeah. So, one more thing I wanted to say. So, you met those people that had the same exact trailer as you.
Right.
So, they have certain clubs that are centered around certain kind of campers. Like, I know they have like a scamp group, and they have our pod group, and they have all these different groups. I wonder if there's a group for your kind of camper. That'd be kind of cool to look into.
You never know. I know there's one for the Airstream trailers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In
That's
fact,
a
on
really
the
fancy
way
pants.
up to Hiawassee, they've got a park up there for Airstream.
Really?
Pass it on the way. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's a group for y'all.
Well, we're going to be camping for a
yeah.
long time. It's time now for our featured campground of the week right here on the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Happy Camper Radio.
And Daniel, this week we're going to go out to the state of Michigan.
Ooh.
To the Brevoort Lake Campground. The Brevoort Lake Campground stretches along the western shore of its namesake in the Hiawatha National Forest. The popular fishing destination is situated on the peninsula, and it juts into the lake and Benode Bay. I hope I pronounced that right. Visitors to the campground enjoy the easy access to the sandy beaches. The campground has dozens of reservable family sites for tent and RV camping. Additional sites are available on a first-come, first-served basis. Each site is equipped with tables and campfire rings with grills and accessible flush toilets. Drinking water and a dump station are also provided. You'll find a link to it all week long on happycamperradio.com. And if you haven't already done it, definitely sign up for a recreation.gov account. It doesn't cost you a dime to do that, and you'll be amazed at how easy the reservation process is. I mean, you put your credit card information in there, and you book your site, and they send you an email, and you got your confirmation. And I tell you, it couldn't work any more smooth, Daniel.
The government working?
In this particular case, hey, it's one thing that the government has done right, Daniel.
Oh boy!
Besides deliver the mail.
Oh well, we kind of mess up sometimes there.
Yeah, but folks, hey, if you ever happen to be out to the state of Michigan and you want to visit a wonderful campground, this is a great place for you to enjoy. It's the Brevoort Lake Campground in the state of Michigan. It is our featured campground of the week here on the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Skip and Daniel on happycamperradio.com.
And if you have a campground you'd like for us to feature on the program, get in touch with me, Skip, S-K-I-P, at happycamperradio.com, or this guy,
Daniel at happycamperradio.com.
Be sure to include a link to the campground website. Well, Daniel, glad to have you on board here today.
This went so fast. We
I'll
need
tell
to do
you.
like 10 episodes here.
We just might.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, give that studio equipment a break for a
There
moment.
you go. Let it cool down.
Yeah, definitely. Remember, friends, every pet deserves a loving home. I want you to do exactly as I did. Visit your local shelter and adopt a pet today. You can find us on the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.happycamperradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and be a part of our studio audience by subscribing to our YouTube channel. The Happy Camper Radio Show is a presentation of Skip Huber Productions. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper. Daniel here is a happy camper, most definitely. And you better believe it, friends. We're going to make a happy camper out of you. Talk to you again real soon. You're listening to Happy Camper Radio.
Happy Camper Radio.